Hi guys, today we are interpreting the unit rate as slope. So for the first portion, for the notes, it says when interpreting the unit rate from a graph, always read the title of the graph and read the label, LE, on the X and Y axis. Reading the title and the labels let you know exactly what you are comparing and what your unit rate should look like. The constant rate of the graph can be interpreted as the unit rate, also known as the slope. Okay, the unit rate, which is also known as the slope. So when you are finding the unit rate or the slope of the given information, you are literally putting your y over your x. So it says that you can basically travel 45 minutes in 3 miles. Someone can travel 45 minutes in 3 miles. So if they're going 45 minutes in 3 miles, you're going to do 45 divided by 3. And when you put that in your calculator, sorry, I should have been more prepared. 45 divided by 3 equals 15. So whoever this is can travel 15 minutes per mile. 15 minutes per mile. Okay. This is 9 feet in 3 hours. So something can go 9 feet in 3 hours. We're going to set it up as 9 divided by 3, which is 3 feet per hour. 15 gallons in 5 minutes is going to be 15 divided by 5, which is 3 gallons per minute. $75 for 4 shirts. $75 for 4 shirts if you go shopping. So you are basically paying $18.75 per shirt. Someone's gaining or losing 8 pounds, or gaining because it's a positive 8, gaining 8 pounds in 4 weeks. So they basically gain 2 pounds per week. 27 inches in 3 years is the same thing as 27 divided by 3. So we have 9 inches per year. 30 students per 2 teachers. So 30 divided by 2 is 15 students per teacher. 15 students per teacher. 90 minutes for 3 batches is 30 minutes per batch. Again, for unit rate, you are trying to see how much it's going to be for one of something, one. So 1 mile per mile, 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 shirt, 1 week, 1 year, 1 teacher, 1 batch. How much is it for one? So now we're going to complete the tables based on the information, and we're comparing miles and minutes for the first one. So if you can go 45 miles, 45 minutes, 3 miles, when you divide 45 divided by 3, because remember your y always go on top. So that's why we're putting the 45 on top. Your y always go on top. This would be your x. This will be your y. Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 is what we're used to. So when we did 45 divided by 3, we got 15. So 1 mile take 15 minutes. Every mile take 15 minutes. So if it's 2 miles, 2 times 15 is 30. And if it's 4 miles, 4 times 15 is 60. Okay. Every mile is another 15 minutes. So 15 plus 15 is 30. 30 plus 15 is 45. 45 plus 15 is 60. That's how we keep getting our count. Next one, we have our hours in feet. So 3 hours for 9 feet. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So 1 hour, you go 3 feet. 2 hours, you'll go 6 feet. And 4 hours, you'll go 12 feet. Okay. The next one, we have minutes and gallons. So in 5 minutes, it'll be 15 gallons. So if we do 15 divided by 5, we have 3. So 1 minute gives us 3 gallons. 2 minutes gives us 6 gallons. 3 minutes gives us 9 gallons. 4 minutes gives us 12 gallons. And 5 minutes is 15 gallons. Okay. Next, we have the cost of our shirts. So we're going to do 75 divided by 4, which is $18.75. So if one shirt is $18.75, if you buy 2 shirts, we're just going to multiply that by 2, and we're going to get $37.50. And then if we have 3 shirts, we're just going to do $18.75 times 3, and we get $56.25. And since it's money, that's why we rounded to 2 numbers behind the decimal, because money is always 2 numbers behind the decimal. Let's go to the next page. We have the pounds, weeks, and pounds. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. So in 1 week, you gain 2 pounds. In 2 weeks, you gain 4 pounds. In 3 weeks, you're at 6 pounds. In 4 weeks, you're at 8 pounds. Next, we have our years and inches. So in 3 years, they grew 27 inches. So in 1 year, that is 9, because we did 27 divided by 3, which was 9. So in 2 years, they're going to be at 18. And at 4 years, you're at 36. Next, if you go on a field trip, for every 30 students, you need 2 teachers. So what if you don't have 30 students? You're going to do 30 divided by 2. And that is 15. So if it's only 1 teacher going, the most amount of students that can go is 15 students. If you have 2 teachers going, you can bring 30 students. If you have 3 teachers going, you can bring 45 students. And if you have 4 teachers going, you can bring 60 students. Okay. Next, we have batches and minutes. So you can basically, I'll just say, bake 3 batches of cookies in 90 minutes. So how long does it take to bake 1 batch of cookies? 90 divided by 3 is 30. So 1 batch will bake in 30 minutes. 2 batches will bake in 60 minutes. 3 batches, 90 minutes. And 4 batches, it will take 120 minutes. Lastly, we have our graphs. So literally, please remember that these tables is just ordered pairs on a graph. So if you was to graph this out, you literally would go to 1, 2, over to 1, up to 2, put a point, over to 2, up to 4, put a point, over to 3, up to 6, put a point, over to 4, up to 8, put a point, and that would be your graph. Okay. So down here, we have our graphs. We went up to here. So we went up. First, we're going to create our triangle. Then we're going to count. So I'm going to pay attention to my scale. It's counting by 5s. So I rose 5, 10, and I ran 5. My slope is rise over run, which simplifies to 2. Okay. My y-intercept is where on my y-axis is the line crossing, and the line is crossing right here at the 0. So My slope is 2. My y-intercept is 0. Next, I'm going to find where I can put my next point, which happens to be all the way up here. So I'm going to create my right triangle. I'm going to count my rise and my run. My rise is counting by 20s. So I'm going to go 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40. So I rose 140. My run is counting by ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I ran 8. My slope is 140 over 8, which is the same thing. If I was to simplify it or get the unit rate, I would do 140 divided by 8, which is $17.50. My y-intercept is where does my line cross on the y-axis, which is at the 0. That's it. So remember that your unit rate is simply taking your slope and simplifying it down to its smallest unit. Okay? Taking your slope and simplifying it to your smallest unit. Good luck, guys.